Hello twin flames and welcome to the DM to the F reading for Friday. So I'm going to bring in some powerful cards today. If you are a Taurus as well, I've done an extra message for you today. But we're going to bring in the Sincerely Yours, the Divine Masculine XO, and the DM draft messages, both by our soul sister, the Empress M. I'm going to bring in the Almost Tarot. I've used these earlier to get a message, just like we did yesterday with the Divine Guidance cards. And I'm going to bring in the Divine Masculine Comes Home Oracle. So we're going to bring in a little bit of eagle energy too. So what do we need to know? Thank you, angels. What do the masculines want to say? So that one's jumping out, but I still feel like there's more here. What do the masculines want to say? Powerful. What do the masculines want to say, or what do they want you to be aware of today? What do they want you to be aware of today? Thank you, angels. And what do they need you to know? Now, there is a lot of power happening because, you know, they are working again on the house next door. And what I'm actually feeling with that today is, because it's a banging noise, it's like the walls are coming down. You know, when you get a big axe or, you know, you get some big kind of, you know, you shove it like a, whatever it is, against the wall, like a big hammer, and it breaks down the wall. So the walls of the masculines are coming down right now. And there's big breakthroughs taking place. So if you're seeing penguins, or you're seeing doubles, like pairs, you know, pairs of animals, or sign of breakthroughs and coming together. And look at this, what we've come out. You know, the card that jumped out of the Eagle deck is divorce first. Divorce first. So if there's a marriage involved here, they are saying to you, they know they need to be divorced first before they can fully commit to you and give you what you need. Now, we've also had all these messages coming out lately about marriage, about the masculines wanting to propose to you, the masculines wanting to come back into your life with a ring or a proposal or something real. But for some of them, they may still be married. So they are saying to you very clearly, and it jumped out of the deck very clearly, divorce first. So they are saying, I want to be with you, but I need to do the divorce first. And then we're going to make it all happen. Because I feel someone watching has been thinking, well, how is he going to marry me when he's married? How's he going to be with me when he's with someone else? He's saying divorce first. Maybe you're the one that needs to get divorced. You know, and the divorce, you know, what they're giving me as well is this energy of anything that feels like a contract or an obligation, something they are bound to. So they may not be married, but they may be living together with financial commitments, or they may have children, or there may be something else he needs to release. So he's saying, I'm releasing first the things that need to go. And that's what's important. He's also showing you you're coming together. Wow, you're coming together. And it's really powerful because when I did the Taurus reading earlier, this card came through. And it feels like between now and April, between now and the energy of Taurus, no matter what sign you are, collectively, between now and April, everything's coming together. So a big sign about movement here, and emotional. So he's saying to you, I am emotional about our connection. I do cry sometimes. I do feel things. I do feel the way you feel. I do feel sensitive, even if I'm acting indifferent or cold. He feels it all inside, and he's saying, because of all these emotions and everything I'm feeling, I'm allowing myself to heal and divorce and release things and come together with you. So this is a big message that everything is coming together. Yeah, he's saying maybe I should just get out of this situation. So he knows he needs to get out of this situation. And the situation is his marriage, or the thing that he's struggling with. Maybe you're watching this thinking, maybe I should just get out of this situation. I've had enough of watching these readings. I'm tired of hearing the same thing, if that's how you feel. You know, because you're going through that. And the angels are saying, it's time for you to work on you. You know, if you feel drained, depleted, or like you've heard it all before, or you're going round in circles, it's because something has to shift. And the thing that sometimes needs to shift is our own perception of the journey, giving back to ourselves. If you're expecting your masculine to make all the changes and, you know, complete you and make you happy, then it's about understanding that happiness is an inside job. We have to make our own self happy first, and that they never have to complete you because you're already complete. So however this card resonates with you, but when I'm channeling this, I'm seeing this as He knows that he has to get out of a situation. And that's why he's saying divorce first, so that we can come together. And this is also making him very emotional. Would you take me back into your arms again? So remember, we've been speaking about the insecurity, the fears of being good enough for you, or being enough for you, or failing you. These are the things that have been holding him back. When I come to you, would you take me back into your arms? Will you forgive me? You live inside me and I live inside you. And that's what we're talking about. There's never separation. It's illusion. It's a 3D thing created by the ego. The ego says, oh, you should be physically together to feel complete. And that's because it's a programming or a conditioning. Imagine if we lived on a planet where there was no physical interaction. It was all done through telepathy or dreams. We wouldn't expect that physical contact to feel like we're in a relationship. They're giving me the film Demolition Man, because in Demolition Man, when they go into the future, they don't actually have intimacy. They have intimacy through the virtual world. And, John Spartan, I think that's his name, Sylvester Stallone, is just surprised by what's going on. Him and Sandra Bullock end up, I think they come together. I haven't seen it for years, so don't quote me on that. I know that Denzel's in it as well. But it's about perception. And it's about what we've been brought up to think, and programming, conditioning, what people say, TV that tells lies to our vision, sometimes television. So remember, if you didn't know that relationships were physical, you'd be fine in your connection, because it's a spiritual thing. You feel it, but it's our ego that wants it. And you will have it, but it will happen at the right time. So this is about understanding they live in you and you live in them. You are one. And when you're being good to yourself, you're being good to them. When you're being kind to yourself, you're being kind to them. When you are giving to yourself, you're also giving to them. And I want to find a way to make things right with us. And that's why he's saying divorce first. Let me release first the things I need to, so I can then put you first. Sometimes I think your life would be easier if I just disappeared. So when you're feeling bad and pained and, you feel like you want to say things, and maybe you're thinking ugly things towards your twin, ugly thoughts about this journey, your masculine feels that because you are one. And he's saying, sometimes I think your life would be better, easier, if I wasn't in it. And that's not the truth. This journey has grown you more than anything else, but the masculines don't want to hurt you or cause you pain. So when they feel that you're angry or angered by the connection, and they pick up on that through the energy, because you were one, they stay away, because they don't want to hurt you anymore. They don't want to cause you pain. It hurts them to be away from you, but they want you to have an easier life. And we speak a secret language that only our souls understand. And that's really the message coming through, to understand the spiritual aspect of the connection today. To realise when you feel it, you do feel it. And when you hear it, you do hear it. And when you know it, you do know it. Because you have a spiritual soul bond, and it goes beyond space, and it goes beyond time. It goes beyond the physical reality. It's only our perception that we should be in a relationship physically that makes us want one. And that's what they really want you to know today. So the point is, everything is happening right now to break down the walls so that you can come together in a physical way. But you're being reminded today by your twin themselves and by the angels and guides that you are one, and that you speak a secret language that your souls understand, because you are one soul. And that you live inside of them and they live inside of you, because you are one soul. And that because you are connected in that way. And there's nothing missing, because you are one soul, because you reside within each other, even though you're in two separate bodies right now. And I want to find a way to make things right. So they want to make it right. And sometimes they make it right by staying away, because they connect with the negative energy and they think your life will be easier and you'll be happier without them in it. And that makes you emotional, and it makes them emotional, because they don't want to stay away from you. And they may be emotional right now because they're dealing with their own life and they know they have to get divorced first or sort out legalities or things they need to release themselves from. And that can make you emotional because you wonder if it's ever going to happen. And they know they need to get out of that situation. And this is when you start being afraid, thinking you should leave the connection. And then all the energy happens where you come back together anyway. So would you take me back into your arms? Because you can't move on from your twin. Why? Because you reside in each other. You live in them and they live in you. How can you run from that? How can you run from the other half of you? You can't. It's impossible. It's impossible. So you speak a secret language. So when you're receiving that sign or that song or that synchronicity, trust that. Trust what you feel because it's real. And allow everything else to fall into place. So if your masculine is being silent because he needs to get a divorce, he's protecting you and himself. He wants you to be happy. Things are still coming together, even though it may not seem that way. So remember, you are a part of each other. You always know what they're doing because you can sense and feel it. Connect with them through the 5D, that's where the power is. And understand that everything is working out for your higher good. I hope this helps. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.